We've watched the 125cc main event here in Las Vegas, the Silver Bowl. That's where we are. It's round 7 of the Camel Supercross Series. The Coors Extra Gold Super Challenge, the main event for the 250 class in the Camel Supercross Series, is about to get underway. Now, before it does, let's take a look at what I think most riders would agree is the most critical part of any race.
Got to be true, Larry, and that's, of course, is the start. The guy who's been the master of the great start this year, operating most effectively off that gate, is the guy they call the doctor, Doug Dubach.
About 15 seconds into the 30-second card, I'm just really clearing my mind of everything. Revving the bike up, just mentally preparing myself for getting out of that gate. As the 30-second board goes sideways, I know I've got at least 5 seconds, so I just count it down slowly in my mind. And once I get down to when the gate could drop, is when I really focus. I watch the gate next to me because it's easier to see than my own gate dropping. Right as the gate's ready to drop, I picture it dropping. So that way I'm ready for when it actually drops. If you're sitting back waiting for it to drop, then it'll catch you off guard. So as that gate's dropping, I'm already have pictured it going down.
And, of course, that same procedure, Dave, is going through the minds of 19 other riders that are all preparing for that start. In Supercross competition, probably more so than any other form of motorcycle racing, the start is extremely critical. The corners are very, very tight. Passing is difficult. So, obviously, if you can get the hole shot, if you can get that lead right off the bat, you'll have the opportunity to put a little bit of distance between yourself and the guys that are charging up through the pack. The 30-second board is up. When that card goes sideways, it's a signal for the riders to have their bikes in gear and to really start concentrating, as Doug Dubach said, on that fair start starting gate that is right in front of them. They'll start revving the engines right about now. They're set to go. As soon as they see that gate wiggle in the slightest, they're going to drop the hammer, and there they go. Round number 7 of the Camel Supercross Series is off. We've got a problem right off the bat. There's Mike LaRocco, Ronnie Tischner's Suzuki teammate, and Jeff Ward. He was involved in it. 3 riders are down. It looked like LaRocco was being drugged along the track by Jeff Ward. Meanwhile, out in front, Jeff Matasevich, and would you look at that, the man that just showed us how to put it all together from the starting line, the doctor, Doug Dubach, has emerged with a hole shot. Number 7, he's your leader on a Yamaha. Behind him, Matasevich. Then comes Stanton.
Let's go back and take another look at that disastrous crash for the Suzukis. Mike LaRocco runs into the back of his teammate, number 17, Larry Ward. Ward keeps going. LaRocco's body swings out and smacks the back of Jeff Ward's motorcycle. He falls off. Tischner, another Suzuki rider with nowhere to go, becomes the 3rd man involved.
Well, fortunately, all 3 riders got up from that one. LaRocco has not gotten back into the race as of yet. Tischner and Ward hovering around the back part of the pack. Up front, though, it's the doctor, Doug Dubach. Rider number 7. Here comes Matasevich on the inside. Now, Matasevich has been the early leader in most of the Supercross events that we've run to date. And Matasevich is looking for that position right now around the outside as Dubach stumbles just momentarily. And I think the reason he stumbled is he wanted to go high, Dave, but he had to hit the brakes to avoid hitting Matasevich, and that left him nowhere to go except a little bit sideways, a little bit squirrely, but he held on to that number 2 spot. Matasevich out in front, as I started to say. He's been the leader throughout the series, but he's had a habit of fading. I wonder if he'll be able to keep it all together in this one. Now Jeff Stanton goes to the outside of Dubach. He takes over the number 2 position. Stanton was running through his mind. He was saying, hey, they're not getting away from me this time. I'm holding on to this one. And look at there. Dubach is really falling back. Number 17, Larry Ward, has jumped into the middle of it. And there's the French rider, Jean-Michel Bale. And Dubach is all the way back to the number 5 position. And right behind him comes Guy Cooper, number 4. Dubach has really had his hands full, and he's not done yet.
He had a great start, but it's certainly gone sour in a hurry as he's fallen from 1st to 5th. Man on the move is Bale, number 22. Now, Matasevich has been a fast starter all year long. Bale, on the other hand, has been the mid-race charger. He's the guy who started back 4th, 5th, 6th, move up to 2nd, 3rd. But he says he gets tired by the time these races are over. Matasevich, for the moment, pulling it out over the guy that won this series a year ago, Jeff Stanton. He may be the factor tonight. He may be the challenger to the kid.
Could very well be. Stanton is on a roll. He won in Daytona just 1 week prior to this. Again, that show not seen here on ESPN. It is part of the Camel Supercross series, but not the ESPN telecast. So Stanton coming off a roll. He's hot. Stanton went wide, and I think Bale got by Stanton. They're side by side. No! Bale was able to pull it back, or Stanton rather was able to pull it back and hold on to that number 2 position and keep Bale at bay. It looked like he was going to get around. We'll have to keep our eye on that part of the track because Bale has a hot line there. Matasevich out front. There he is out of La Habra Heights, California. So far this year, he's not put together the win, but since Seattle, round number 4, he's been the points leader, and he wants to win a Supercross event, as he told us earlier, more than anything in the world.
He's been learning from his teammate Jeff Ward, who's way in the back of this bunch because of that early tangle. Matasevich is the young, up-and-coming rider, 20 years old, as we watch Bale again make the challenge on the defending series champion. That by, he just blew right by Jeff Stanton in exactly the same spot, Larry. He tried it. He saw it would work. He came back and made the move, and now Stanton will try to re-attack. But I think Bale's got him covered.
I don't understand why Stanton was in that position 2 times in a row. He knew, I mean, he must have known that Bale was going to try to make the pass there, and he gave him every opportunity, and Bale said, hey, you're going to open the door. Son, I'm going through it. We'll be back right after this as Matasevich leads, Bale running second.